make one Hindu religious festival with dance at its heart, where celebrants require a delicate blend of stamina and skill. Add in a former winner of Strictly Come Dancing and an Indian dance teacher who won't settle for second best. The result? Over the last few weeks, many of the world's 1 billion Hindus have been celebrating Navratri. Festivities are in full swing at this temple in northwest London. This part of the capital is home to a thriving Indian community. It's also not far from where former England cricketer Prakash began to ply his trade.
My father is a Hindu, but he's not particularly religious. He doesn't go to temple or particularly follow any of the religious customs. I don't know a great deal about Navratri, the festival, although I did meet my first wife at one of the get-togethers. Although I wasn't attending, I was at a cricket function in another room and I bumped into a few old school friends there, so I do have some familiarity with the festival.
Mark started his illustrious sporting career here at this Harrow Cricket Club. But his nifty footwork hasn't been confined to the pitch. In 2006, he was crowned winner of Britain's most popular celebrity dance contest.
The winners of Strictly Come Dancing, Mark and Karen.
Since Strictly finished, his dancing shoes have been gathering dust. Now, we've set him a new challenge: mastering 2 traditional Indian folk dances and performing them at one of Britain's biggest Navratri celebrations.
Uppermost in my mind is the case of trying to remember all the steps. You know, I think that was something that happened on Strictly, and I can feel that feeling coming back again of wondering how I'm going to learn all the steps and remember them. Being involved in this festival is going to be hugely interesting in terms of learning something new, and that is both the dancing but also the concept behind Navratri.
Navratri is 9 nights of worship, of families coming together, of dancing, fun, celebrating the goddess, the feminine energy of God.
3 different forms of this divine feminine energy are venerated over the 9 days and nights of the festival, with 3 days being dedicated to each.
All the different forms express a different part of the personality of the goddess. So Durga is about good over evil. She takes away all our obstacles and makes our path smooth. Lakshmi is the goddess of fortune. So if we want opulence or wealth, we go and we ask Lakshmi. And Saraswati is the goddess of learning. So if we want to come to Oxford University to study, we will say a prayer to Saraswati.
Mark won't be tackling his Navratri challenge alone. He'll have some expert help. Meet Indian dance teacher Chittal Shah. Mark's having a sneak preview of Chittal in action. But seeing her strut her stuff is doing nothing to allay his anxieties.
I am worried about letting go and dancing naturally. Whenever I've danced in the past, to sort of get into that character which is willing to just be free and enjoy the dance, not worry about people watching, you know, that's always been tough for me. Hopefully I'll get over that.
Mark will need to put his shyness aside if he's to embrace the spirit of Navratri.
Forget about the hundreds of people around you. I think it's just simple about the power of devotion. It creates this sense of bliss and inner happiness that you can't describe. We're in the heavens. That train of thought is Navratri.
And 5, 6, 7, out.
So can Chittal's training help Mark to leave his inhibitions behind?
Out and round.
Losing herself in the music isn't a problem for Chittal, but then she's been dancing for almost as long as she's been able to walk.
Back. I've been dancing since I was 3 years old, and I got the first prize in Navratri. That was the Garba. I was very little. The judge, he grabbed me all the way up, and he said, "Oh, this is the little girl who got the first prize," and I was just 3 years old. Walk, walk, side. Back, 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 back. Indian dance is full of color, expressions, moves. When the music starts, I can't stop my feet and hands to dance. And next.
With over 15 years teaching dance, both in her native Gujarat and now here in the UK,
Faster.
Chittal is a tough taskmaster.
Look at my step, how I'm doing it. A, down, 2. No, don't do it. Look at my step, how I'm doing it, and then copy. 1, 2. I heard Mark won Strictly Come Dancing, so I'm thinking that he must be good at learning because it's a really big competition. And take your hand all the way over on your head. But what exactly I want, the traditional moves of Garba and Ras on him. You need to listen to my beats. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. To get the moves, it takes us years and years to be on the same rhythm and same moves. 1, 2, 3.
But Mark will have just 2 days to learn the dances which lie at the heart of Navratri.
1, good. 3.
Out of the classroom and back at her flat, Chittal has a first look at her new student in action.
Dancing the salsa, will Mark Prakash and his dance partner Karen Hardy please take to the floor?
And the verdict?
The salsa is totally different form of dance, and they got their own moves, and I don't want him to do those kind of moves. I can't say that he is good enough to get to the level exactly what I'm expecting him to do it for me.
Day 1, and Mark's arrived at Chittal's rehearsal space to begin his training.
Hello Mark, how are you?
Hi, very well. Very nice to meet
I'm
you.
Chittal, very nice to meet you too. I'm gonna teach you a couple of Indian dance called Garba and Dandiya, what we're gonna perform in Navratri. So we're gonna start with the basic steps of Garba. Sounds good?
Great, looking forward to it.
Okay then, let's start. And 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2.
Garba is a form of traditional folk dance which originated in rural India.
4, 1, 2, 3.
In India, in the olden days, they used to have something called a garbo, and basically that's an earthen pot with a diva inside. A diva is a light. It's got a ghee and a wick, and they place that into the earthen pot and they hold it and they dance around or sway around the goddess.
Now, hand goes to this side. 1, 2,
Dancing in Garba is very much a group activity, but Chittal has a plan in mind to help Mark stand out from the crowd.
Great. Don't stamp it. Just let it go the normal way.
It isn't long before the training moves beyond what would be expected of most Navratri celebrants.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2, 3.
Similarities with Strictly are just ridiculous. It's like every time I think, okay, that's going okay, she adds something else.
2, 1,
Chittal continues to up the pace,
3, 4. Back.
and Mark quickly discovers there are no shortcuts to perfection.
2 legs are still missing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 not happening. It's like 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 happening.
Ah, see, dance teachers have eyes in the back of their head, don't they?
Sorry.
That's all right. I thought I could get away with it. Anyway, there's a lot more technical aspects of learning the dance than I realised, and of course for Chittal it becomes very naturally, but for me it's a lot of information.
5.
Okay?
1, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2. Move your body. 1,
Like all good teachers, Chittal has a firm hand,
1, 2. Relax your legs. 1,
so I've got to have my wits about me.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm a little bit bossy because I want him to do the best, so I'm just keep on pointing him out for little things that it could be better, it could be better. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Not bad, actually really good. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1.
Chittal is pushing Mark hard.
And down, side, up, back, to jumping, 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 jumping.
And the physical demands of the training are starting to take their toll.
Excellent. 2 and 1, 2, 1. Yeah.
Good.
I know it's very high energy. The reason
It is high
behind
energy, isn't it?
you keep on jumping, that's all.
Yeah.
Navratri is not for the faint-hearted.
1, keep toes, don't forget.
Dancers can be on their feet for 4 or 5 hours, keeping pace with the increasingly frenetic beats.
4.
In Indian culture, you express yourself. Liturgy is not a very static thing.
4 and 1.
You actually get up, move about, a little Pentecostal, and actually very funky.
3.
When it gets going, it's a very fluid movement throughout the whole group going around. You know, it's just a swirl to it. Very wonderful, actually, to see.
Okay, let me put a little bit more faster music.
I think this afternoon's a lot more physically demanding than I had anticipated. I'm perspiring, let's say. It's challenging, so I don't need to go to the gym tonight.
1.
Mark may be mentally and physically drained, but as day one draws to a close, has he done enough to satisfy his teacher?
Brilliant. 3. It's a different form of dance for him, so he was a bit out of his comfort zone and learned lots of things in a very small period. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, you can off for today. Well done. I can see you're really tired. I'm so sorry. I made you too much work.
No,
Too much exercise.
No, it's good.
Hope you enjoyed.
I really enjoyed it. I need the exercise, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
There's a lot of energy involved. And it's amazing to see these old grandmothers and old uncles, up, really using them. Where they get the energy from, I don't know. And young people having to keep up with them.
It's the second and final day of Mark's training, but his mind is still very much on yesterday's rehearsal.
I didn't expect it to be this difficult, this challenging. I think Chittal wants to get me up to a really good standard. Looking ahead to the performance, I am concerned.
Mark needs all the practice he can get, but he's not heading to Chittal's studio. Instead, she's arranged to meet him here at this Hindu temple.
If you don't mind, can we just take a shoe off here? Because
Yeah.
it's a temple inside and we're not allowed to
Right.
wear a shoe up there.
Okay.
Chittal has enlisted a clothes supplier who has brought some traditional Navratri costumes, imported from India, for Mark to try on.
I want you to wear 2 different costumes, if you can show us. One for the Garba and one for the Dandiya, like the stick dancing.
These highly intricate outfits are all handcrafted. Each garment takes 2 weeks to make.
Chittal, are these going to be hot to dance in? Because given the way the training went, I'm a bit concerned.
It will be very hot.
It will be hot.
It will be.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, I'm sorry to
It's not reassuring news.
tell you.
One outfit in particular has caught Chittal's eye.
If someone can just put it on here.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Here I am, back on Strictly again. More sequins.
I know.
There'll be no blending into the background in this sparkly number.
Look at even.
And Chittal isn't finished yet.
And we're gonna wear something on your head as well.
Right. So will most of the guys be wearing hats? You're sure that most of them will also
Yeah.
just...
If they won't wear it, don't worry. You will definitely wearing it.
I
it
have
looks
to
more
definitely wear it.
traditional.
I see.
That's
Right.
you told.
Whack it on
Is
there,
that
see what you
okay?
think. Yeah?
And down. Oh my God, it looks so cute.
Yeah, I feel the part, I've got to say.
With Mark obviously delighted with his headgear, all that remains is to pick a second outfit for the big night.
So is it okay if we try this on?
Yeah, okay.
Wonderful. Okay. Which one? That one first?
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
It looks truly beautiful, trust me.
Yeah. Great. And I'm really happy that everyone else there will be wearing this
Yeah,
as well.
but not exactly what you're gonna wear, because this is very antique piece, what she got it. So thank you.
Yeah, well, we're very lucky. Thank you. I'm very lucky.
Mark now has his costumes. But as a Navratri novice, he also has his reservations.
I think the elaborate nature of the costume does concern me a little bit. I did check a couple of times, you know, to make sure that everyone will be wearing them, but she's doing a great job of telling me that it will be okay.
Back at Chittal's practice space, and Dandiya Ras, or stick dancing, is topping the menu for part 2 of Mark's training.
Great, thank you.
It's just like a couple dance, kind of. Because you got the stick, make sure you just stand a little bit back.
Yeah, well, you've got a stick, so yeah, I will keep my distance.
Danda means stick, and it's just people use sticks in their dancing. They touch sticks like that, and they touch them down below, and it's a formulaic, very simple rhythmic dance.
1.
Ras means sweetness or taste, and it's experiencing something while dancing with the sticks.
Then 3.
After the rigours of the Garba, this should be a piece of cake.
1. 1, hands up. 2, both. 3, 4.
Or maybe not.
And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. So you're done with first step.
Okay.
1, 2, right leg. Perfect. 3, great. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Well done. Really good. See, I told you, this is the easy ones, isn't it?
I'm not going to say easy, but it's going okay.
2.
Mark's confidence is gradually growing, but there are still some technical challenges to overcome.
2, 3. Put your stick all the way down and getting up. More wrist twisting.
Yeah. See, Indian, they're good at bowling spin, aren't they? They've got a lot of wrist. I'm just, you know, I haven't got much wrists.
7. Excellent. 9.
Despite the odd missed step,
And 5, 6, 7. Out in.
things are heading in the right direction.
1, 2, 3. Keep on smiling like this. Looks beautiful. 6, 1.
With the moves mastered, Mark's beginning to relax and enjoy the experience.
Great. Perfect.
Nice.
Well
Nice. I enjoyed that.
done.
The rhythm, this gives you a little help, really,
That's what I
to
said.
try and when to...
Yeah. And when you get into the rhythm, you love to do it.
When you go to a club, what makes people move up and get up? It's the music, isn't it?
1,
So you got the music.
2.
You need the words. And that devotional song, what we call as kirtan, is powerful. So combine the kirtan, combine the sangeet, which is the music, and then you've got an environment which will allow the person, the devotee, to experience something different.
1, 2.
I'll feel some inner peace. I'll feel some bliss.
And with things having clicked for Mark, teacher Chittal can let her hair down too.
And you can move your head a little bit. Great, wow, well done.
Good, good.
Okay, I'll put
Good.
the
I
music
think
down.
now-
You can have a water.
I think that's now definitely a sip of water.
Oh, yeah, I just got it.
It's break time,
Overload, brain overload.
and Mark's keen to draw a line under the day's learning.
I think, you know, we've probably learnt enough moves, haven't we? I think. Or I have. I've learnt.
No, I mean, I believe in quality than quantity.
Yes, no, great. Love that.
So
Definitely
if you learn
quality.
3 steps,
Quality instead of quantity.
you'll be fine, don't worry. You in the right hand.
Back to work, and Chittal's got one last exercise up her sleeve.
Hi.
So thank you girls for coming, and shall I just play the music then? Yeah, you
A
ready?
recap on yesterday's training, designed to give Mark a small flavour of performing the Garba in a group.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The second day of Mark's dance training is drawing to a close.
8. My side.
The next time he sees Chittal will be on the night of the Navratri performance itself.
2, 3.
I'm looking forward to the event. It's still a little bit of apprehension there because I know that there's going to be so many people. It's going to be so busy.
5, 6,
but having had an extra run through today, there is a bit more confidence, and if I do get the steps wrong, well, at least the costume will look fantastic.
It's the final Saturday in September, and Navratri celebrations are at their height. Most of Britain's 800,000 Hindus will be coming together in halls and temples to worship through music, dance and prayer. Tonight, this leisure centre in Harrow will be packed with 1,600 seasoned celebrants.
How are you doing?
No pressure then on the Navratri new boy.
Lovely to see you.
Same here.
Wow, what a picture. Fantastic. How long have you taken to get ready?
Not too much.
Not
maybe
that long.
2 hours only.
Oh, not that long, yeah. Not that long.
Mark needs to get changed, but he doesn't have 2 hours. As more guests begin to filter into the hall, it's all hands to the pumps to ensure that he's ready on time.
We're getting closer to that time where you're going to have to go out there, mix in with everybody, and you know, perform the dances. So that's, on the one hand, it's quite exciting, but on the other hand, terrifying. When I saw the costume to start with, I was worried that I might stand out a bit, but obviously there's no chance of that.
Chittal doesn't appear to share Mark's pre-performance nerves.
I'm feeling really good and excited because I'm gonna dance first time with Mark in a big ground. So I'm so excited. I'm very happy. Put your hand down.
I sort of like, that's it.
That's all right.
If I compare this to Strictly, there's a bigger audience here, I can tell you that.
Great! Looks amazing.
No Craig and Bruno and Len to impress, so that's a relief.
Is it hurting?
No, that's fine.
Are you sure? The leg one?
Yeah, that's
Are
fine.
you sure?
It's 8 o'clock, and with the finishing touches applied, Mark and Chittal can finally hit the dance floor.
Oh, right, yes. Wow, so where am I going?
The venue is still under a quarter full. But for a Navratri first-timer like Mark, plunging into the thick of the celebrations is a disorientating experience.
In the hall, there are hundreds of people, lots of people dancing, lots of children kind of wandering around. It's a bit chaotic, but a very nice chaotic scene, if you like.
The Garba continues for 2.5 hours.
Okay, good. Very good start. Very good start.
But 10 minutes in,
Time out.
and Mark already needs a break.
Mark was nervous in the beginning because I can understand. He needs to cope with the music and a lot of other people as well.
I think I've just got to double figures, but very quickly, I think the bowling is going to get very difficult. The music is going to get quicker as the night goes on, and I've already used up a bit of energy. I've got my bottle of water here, so I'm hoping to stay the pace.
Back inside, the crowd has grown and the music sped up. Although Mark's sense of timing is still taking 5.
The thing is that they're not going back, they're going forward, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's okay, we can go back.
I think my technique is fluctuating. It's, you know, it's not always the best, but I'm managing to find a way. If I slip, you know, Chittal is always there with a firm word, just to make sure that I'm clapping in the correct way and moving around.
Get your hands out. Well, he was trying and manage with the crowd, so I need to remind him a couple of moves and couple of the hand and legs steps, how he's supposed to be done.
Mark's arm and footwork might not be perfect, but he's throwing himself wholeheartedly into the spirit of the event.
This music is very fast, you can do nothing on that.
Shall we just try?
5, 6, 7, 8!
Garba has been such fun. There's so many people out on the floor, physically, it's a test, I've got to tell you. Chittal sets a fast pace, and I've been trying to keep up with her.
Mark is doing really well now. He is doing fabulous job. We are just about to finish with the Garba, maximum 10 minutes to go, and then we're gonna pray our goddess. Then we will be back with the sticks dancing.
Finally, a brief pause in the dancing while celebrants offer up prayers to the goddess Durga.
Each goddess, they bring about individual strengths. And what we do, or what we like to do on Navratri, is to gain that strength, that power that they have. If you come with the right spiritual mind on Navratri, then you will gain that power. How? Through playing, dancing with devotion.
Backstage, Mark has had a quick change.
So, are you looking forward for the stick dancing?
I can't wait, but there's so many people out there. I don't want to, accidentally hit someone for 4 or 6 with the sticks.
With the stick, okay.
So I'll be following your lead.
You just need to wear the last thing.
Right, good.
Your hat, and you are ready to rock.
Former England batsman Mark is more used to wielding a willow than a danda.
That's your stick. Let's go.
But with Chittal's help, it doesn't take him long to build up a head of steam.
The Dandiya really captured my imagination. I really loved the rhythm of it. And we went to sort of quite a fast pace, and it was great fun dancing with Chittal.
Mark was the best. I didn't need to teach him anything. He knew all the steps. So I was, rather than being his teacher, I was more his companion, his partner. So I'm so happy.
Midnight is approaching, and after 4 hours of dance, Mark finally casts aside his last inhibitions.
The sticks were clicking away, and you could hear them all around the room at the right time in the music. And the music is so strong, it's got such a good rhythm to it. And then you look around the room and everyone's having such fun, and you kind of feed off that energy.
There may be no strictly judges to impress, but Mark's high-octane performance hasn't gone entirely unnoticed.
Also today, special guest, Mark Prakash. I would like to invite him on the stage.
The event organisers make a special presentation in recognition of his efforts on the dance floor.
Thank you very much indeed, thank you.
And his fellow dancers seem similarly impressed.
From ballroom to this, it must be a very big change, but you nailed it. Give him a 10.
Mark was doing very good. In fact, I tried to copy steps that I couldn't copy him. I won't give him 10. I will give him 10 times 10.
I think he was very daunting for Mark, but his expressions were really happy. He didn't show any signs of nerves or anything, which was a really good thing. 10. I'll give him 10 out of 10. He deserves it. He deserves it really well.
I think anyone who saw me tonight would have realised that the music and the people and my gorgeous dance partner just helped me to relax and just go with the flow. I lost myself in the whole evening and I loved it. It was great fun.